Greetings and salutations! It is I, Professor Macabre, accompanied, like always, by my beautiful dummy Deathcitos. Yes, indeed. And we are here to regale you with a haul, yes, new additions to the collection. Now, Professor Macabre usually focuses mostly on DVDs, you see. I like adding these weird and bizarre and beautiful DVDs to the collection, because I can't really buy anything else. I neither have the expendable money, nor at this point the room to actually add more stuff. But sometimes Professor Macabre does encounter a couple of neat little things that he just loves and has to have, and so he buys them, indeed. So, that is the case with some things that I found at flea markets, and knickknacks that I found here and there. So, let's get started, indeed. First off, I want to introduce you to the new member of our Scully family, Polly B. Boney. Ha ha ha! Yes, indeed, I like collecting little skeleton things. And I saw this little guy, and I was like, oh, I bet Polly B. Boney wants to join the family. I already have the Sumatran rat monkey skull, I have a scorpion, I have a spider, various skulls. So I was like, yes, let's, I think I also have a chameleon. There's lots of skulls and bones and everywhere. As you can see, I have a certain bony motif to my collection, and I could not pass buying this little guy. Indeed. Maybe I'll glue some magnets here, and he can be like here. I don't know, but I just saw him, and I fell in love with Polly B. Boney. Indeed. So, yes, nice little addition. Also, but this thing, the Professor Macabre likes having a nice wardrobe, a costume wardrobe, for whatever insane batshit crazy ideas he might have. So, I didn't have one of these, and I was like, well, I probably should get it, and I'll figure out what to use it on. But I found a Davy Crockett hat. Indeed. Some of you young people might not even know who Davy Crockett is. But, Davy Crockett, did a bunch of things, and, he has this, like, raccoon, hat on, and I was like, well, I don't have a Davy Crockett-style hat. I'm gonna get it, and I got it cheap, and, it was added to the collection. Indeed. What else did I get? Yes, I need to show this first. Now, this is my OG Masters of the Universe Evelyn figure, and I must say I never quite got why her action figure was yellow when she had this like grayish, whitish skin color. So I was like, why does Evelyn look like this? I don't get it. Now, Evelyn, much like the Baroness and Catwoman, forged my interest in the bad girls. Unfortunately, Professor Macabre has dated a lot of bad girls and regretted it later, but you live and learn. That's the case. But yes, Evelyn, big influence along with the Baroness and Catwoman on my taste in women. But yes, I just wanted to show my OG Evelyn figure because I found the Funko Pop Evelyn figure. Yes, a loose Funko Pop Evelyn. Now, this is a rabbit hole that Professor Macabre did not particularly want to fall down to, getting the Funko Pops, but whenever I encounter one that's cheap and of a character that I like, well, I got it. I got this super cheap because it's loose. And the color is a little bit more orangey, yellowish, but also still human looking, as opposed to the OG color, which I don't know if the camera will take because of the light that I'm using, but yes, I saw this and I was like, I like Evelyn, and I just had to have this Funko Pop, and have it I do. Also, I bought a Doomsday figure. I'm a big fan of Doomsday, the DC Comics character, and I still want to get the OG Doomsday that looked all buff and had the spikes up to here and had the hair. More reminiscent of his first appearance, because, well, there have been some really cool Doomsday figures, like the Batman Doomsday, the Superman Doomsday. Some of the new designs I haven't much cared for. I like the OG design of Doomsday with the with the green, like, shorts and the spikes in the claws. Big fan, but this is from Justice League Unlimited, the cartoon version of Doomsday, and I was also hunting for this particular design because I think he looks pretty cool. He looks a big, chunky monster thing, even though the Doomsday from Justice League Unlimited isn't as powerful as the comic book Doomsday. The comic book Doomsday even gave Darkseid a run for his money. He beat his ass. And just like the whole concept of Doomsday, this badass, unkillable thing that just gets stronger every time he dies and comes back, kind of like a freaking Super Saiyan. They get stronger when they get defeated, but Doomsday takes that to the nth degree and just becomes more of a threat, and I like that. Professor Macabro is a big fan of the evil characters that are badass, and Doomsday is pretty badass, so I'm really happy to have gotten this Justice League Unlimited Doomsday figure at last to the collection. Yes, I just need to really get that other one. What else do we pick up? Yes, one of the Gremlins has gotten into Five Nights at Freddy's. So, she requested whatever figures I can find from something called Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. And I researched online, and some of those characters have a very girlfriend, I don't want to say girlfriendly, but more sister location color scheme. And I was able to find two for my Gremlin. One is Ballora. I don't know nothing of Five Nights at Freddy's. I only know what I know because I researched the names, and she keeps going on and on about the Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. But this is Ballora. She's a ballerina animatronic. So, have that. And then this is something called Funtime Foxy. That doesn't look like the one from the movie. Because this one, the one in the movie looked like a pirate. And this one looks like a girl. So, I don't know what's going on there. But this is Funtime Foxy. It has lipstick and eyelashes, and her nails are painted. I'm assuming this is a girl. So that's there's Pirate Foxy's a dude, and this thing's a girl. Has a bow tie. I don't know. Very weird. I really don't get that into, and it falls apart very easily. I want to lose the parts. But yes, found two of these Five Nights at Freddy's figures, which made her very happy. Next, I got another Funko Pop. Oh my, already falling into the hole of Funko Pops. But I saw this guy, and I couldn't resist. And it's a Krampus. Yes, indeed. A Krampus. Looks a little bit like Black Phillip, which might make, if he sees this, make Patrick from Half Cheetah Wolf View happy. He kind of looks like a Black Phillip, but no, it's a Krampus. It has the horns, and it has the little fucker that he's taking away for being a little piece of shit. I'm gonna call this little piece of shit goddamn Bob from Last House on the Cemetery, because fuck you, Bob! Krampus is gonna take you away. Ha ha ha. Yes, indeed. So that's my Krampus. And it has this little felt feel to him. Like he has a little fur. Very reminiscent of Mossman from Masters of the Universe. Yes, indeed. So, yes, very cool little figure. I like this Krampus quite a bit. Also picked up a King Kong plushie. I don't have any King Kong plushies. I have a Godzilla plushie. I have a Jason, a Freddy, Leatherface, and a Jaws plushie, but not a King Kong. And now I have King Kong, and it's still has his little label here that says King Kong, and something that I've never seen on any King Kong figure. He has a little crown, because he's King Kong. Again, I've never ever seen any King Kong figure come with a crown, so this is very unique to me. But there's his look from the black and white movie And I saw him, and I was like, I have to have him. He has to be mine. And now he is. So super happy to add that one to go with my plushie Godzilla. So, haha. Then, went to a Target in Anaheim. And I was like, oh, maybe I have a good feeling about this Target. And it really was. The big score. I found they actually had a whole bunch of Toonie Terrors. And that's one of the series that, unlike Funko, I do want to collect. I want to get my favorite characters in the Toonie Terror line. And oh boy, there's a whole bunch of them. But I saw and finally found and bought Sam from Trick or Treat. Yes, indeed. I like Sam. His design is really cool, and he is the spirit of Halloween. Watching people and punishing people that break the rules of Halloween. And I was like, oh man, I've never found Sam in any of the Targets or Walmarts that I frequent. I've never seen him. I've seen him on videos, and I've seen other people, you know, in the community showcase Sam. But I've never been able to actually find one, and I finally found a Sam for the Toonie Terrors, and I'm tickled pink at how amazing he is. The detail on him is really cool, and you can swap the sack face for the pumpkin-looking face. Love him, and he has a little his little jagged lollipop. Love him, love him, love him, love him. They also had a Tarman from Return of the Living Dead. But looking through the Toonie Terror aisle, I found the Holy Grail. The one Toonie Terror that I have been desperately trying to find. That I've mentioned to my good buddy Echo Zero and other people in the community that I wanted it. I needed it. I was gifted a Elvira Funko for Christmas, but I finally found her. She is now proudly part of the collection. The Toonie Terror Elvira figure, celebrating her 40 years. And on the back, she has the couch, and I was like, squee! I literally squee when I saw this. And I was like, oh my god, I finally found her. People were looking at me weird at that time. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But I didn't care. I finally added the goddess Elvira to the collection in her Toonie Terrors. The Toonie Terror that I've been hunting for since I knew about her. And even going so far as looking at her at online stores and seeing how the resellers are jacking her up. But I finally found Elvira, and I am super stoked to add her to the collection at last. There is another Elvira figure in this line where she's sitting on the couch, which is really, really cool. Really pretty. That one's $35, and if I ever come across a little bit of extra cash, I might order her online. As well as the American Werewolf in London 2 set. That looks really cool, but I finally found her. She is now part of the collection and will go well with her Funko variant. Yes, indeed. I still am looking for a Freddy, but having Elvira made me so happy. Super happy indeed. Well, that was the collectible haul that I recently got. Got really cool stuff. Got a couple of Funkos. Finally found that Justice League Unlimited Doomsday. Found a really cool King Kong. And found the goddess Elvira. Win, 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 win. It's so good to have a win after a couple of shitty work weeks and soul-crushing events. But it finally happened. I'm tickled pink that I finally found Elvira. Yes, indeed. Let me know what you liked of the haul. What item that I showcased is the best of the best. For me, it's Elvira, but everything that I found is really cool. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this little haul. I don't get to do these figure hauls often, because again, I mostly collect DVDs. I don't have the room or the extra cash, but these I found cheap, and they were too cool to pass up. So yes, I hope you enjoy them. But until we see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro, accompanied by by the lovely zombie Deathcitos, thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.